You don't apply like Girja said, you start bhajan or whatever. You find out the way to come out of it. That is very, very important. Come out of it as early as possible. It is good for you. Otherwise, it can overpower you very easily. Because that is a very strong mind is also, when it is bombarding, uh, I can understand that it's very difficult for a common man to come out so easily. So I want also some of the
Actually,
suggestions.
if you know the cause, Rico, if you know
Yeah.
the cause, if you know, for example, let me ask you one thing.
Mhm.
Suppose you're charging your mobile phone
Correct.
and your mobile phone is not getting charged.
Right.
What will you do, Blico? Just give me practically what will you do? What will
You
you
have to
do?
check whether the cable is not right or electricity is there or not, or something is wrong. We have to find out one by
Correct
one.
now.
Yeah.
So just like you have to check whether the cable is plugged in, the switch is on, your cable in your phone is correct, the connect. So if a person who is in the state of depression knows the cause, if he's
Yeah.
able to check, why am I worrying? What is the cause of this fear?
Okay.
Why is my mind creating this? For that, the person should become separate from the mind. That person
Correct.
should step away, step out of the mind
Yeah.
into
Yeah. The witness,
consciousness.
witness the mind. Yeah. We witness the mind, then only we can separate. Otherwise, we cannot separate. We
But
just take the
if you
whole thing on our head and get depressed.
if you let the mind sit on your head, then you are dead. If you
That,
let the
yes,
mind sit on
definitely.
your head, you are dead.
But
So do not.
I understand. But it is very difficult. I know when I know my name is Bliko, right? I have to be in consciousness. But these attacks are, look like it's a challenge from somewhere. I don't know where. It's mind is challenging or
Why,
what is that?
why are you thinking it's a challenge you don't know from where? You know, first of all, it is
Yeah,
a challenge because
from
of
mind,
karma. Because of
karma.
karma.
Oh,
Karma is
karma
karma is
also.
sending
Yeah,
you certain thoughts. Now,
right.
if you are not in the state of consciousness, that means you are losing out to your dual karma. Now, again, you are letting bad actions. So first is the rotten thought
Correct.
with the rotten reaction. What is that? What is going to be the combination, Bliko?
Yeah, it will be explosive, explosive. It
Yeah,
will
then
multiply.
if you have a rotten thought, but
Mm.
you are in consciousness, you come with the right response, then what will happen? Then you will
Yeah,
diffuse the rotten thought.
diffuse the road. Correct. Correct.
Okay?
And you can
Thank
establish
you.
in consciousness. Otherwise, you cannot. Yeah.
That
And
if
that's
you
the time when one has to find the way to come out as early as possible.
if you are established in consciousness, there can be no depression.
Yeah,
Because
but
if you are
I know because you are on the stage, different stage, and we are at the different level. So even if we know we have some realization, but still these attacks are happening sometime, and yeah, that is because of sometime the situation and surrounding
these
situation, and
these attacks are not happening sometime.
yeah,
These attacks are happening all the time.
all the time. Okay,
This attack is
but
happening all
but
the time.
but you are defeating, and once you get defeated, then you will realize, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So you have to. It's not that. Please don't. People who are feeling depressed, don't think, oh, I am so rare person getting depressed. I am so
mhm.
rare person to feel the mind. No, everybody has got the rascal mind. Until some of you who have been able to still the mind, kill the mind, you reach that state of consciousness. Then you are fine. Then you become a master. Then there is the mind. There's no mind.
Correct. But since last so many years, means last 2.5 years, I used to get it, very easily. But lastly, I got, attack was so high, and I was, got stunned with that one, and it became very difficult to come out. It's not that easy to come out so quickly. Sometimes,
So the biggest,
I wonder.
it is there are two aspects. Because just to close your question, one
Mhm.
is to fall into a well, to fall
Fall
into
into
a well, to fall into a
well.
well, W-E,
Uh,
well, and to
uh,
come out of the well. And the
Correct.
second is, not to fall into the well, which is better.
Mm. Oh, not to fall in better. Yeah.
Uh, uh, so you got
But
my
I
point,
got
right?
that experience of falling and then coming out.
So we should not fall into the well of depression. We
Correct.
should not. We should be out in the open area of consciousness. If you fall into the well of depression, catch hold of a rope called hope, then you can
Oh,
cope.
correct.
Okay, good, Sonia. Thank you.
Hi, Air.
Yes. Hi,
Thank you
Sonia.
for taking my call.
Yes.
So, with regards to the topic of depression, I think the first thing to mention is that sadness and depression are not the same thing. I
Ah,
think a lot of people think that sadness is depression. Depression is a
sadness is different.
completely different state where I've seen people in America, many people are depressed, and I've seen people who are depressed. They cannot function in life. They don't want to get out of bed in the morning. They cannot. There's nothing to look forward
So
to.
what is
There's
the Sonia? What is the difference between sadness and depression?
Same thing, same thing,
depression is a
same thing.
state. Depression
Yes,
is a state that you don't come out of
because
unless.
depression is extreme sadness. It is not just a, it is not okay. It is just like saying sometime back I gave an example, a thin wire. Suppose you have a thin wire. You can catch that thin wire and snap it. But if it becomes 100 wires twisted together to become like a cable, can you snap that cable?
No, at that point,
Yeah.
you need to, you what I mean, at least this is what they think of in the West, that you need to go to a doctor who's supposed to give you a medicine to get out
Which
of depression.
I completely disagree with.
That's I know. This
Yeah.
is what I'm telling you. This is the state of depression, the reality of depression. It is not the I feel a little sad today and
Okay.
then
Can I ask you
tomorrow
a
I'm
question?
better.
Can I ask you a question, Sonia? In the
Mhm.
West, when you go to a doctor and you have got depression, what kind of type of medication they give you?
Yes, so that's what I was going to come to. The medication that they give you is to slow the mind, to slow down your thoughts, to because you have an overactive mind.
To knock
And
you
this
out.
is what
Basically, to knock you, they give you a medicine to knock you out.
it's not fully knocking you out because you're still functioning, but you are. It's giving you, that serotonin boost, and it slows down your mind. It makes you more calm. You're not, you don't have that anxious feeling. So my point, what the reason I came on this call is, I mean, I can just tell you from my own experience, and I always speak from my own experience. Knock wood, I have never been depressed. I barely feel sad. And that's because I have been given the medicine of meditation. And I hope that,
So you have not been given the medicine of meditation. You have been given the vitamins. You have been given the of meditation. It does let you get depressed.
yeah, so that yeah, to make myself
When
exactly.
you talk sometimes you talk of a cure, correct? But you have been given energy which does not let you right.
Yeah, you're breaking a little bit there, but I try to
Can
understand
you
what
hear
you're
me,
saying.
Sonia?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yes. So, yeah, I always say it's not
So I understand.
medication.
I also get what you are saying.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So I always say it's not medication that we need. We need meditation. We need to slow the mind, like you said, and to to be able to do that, to sit quietly, to have no thoughts, to be able to do that on a daily basis, 100%. I guarantee you, there will be no depression. Yes, there's going to be
I don't
karmas.
know whether because your voice is very low, I can't hear you very clearly. So I hope at this time my voice is clear. So in one of the books, Sonia, we write you you need
Where your voice is breaking sometimes.
correct administration. Is my voice clear?
Lag is there. Some signals are not so great.
Okay. Pause somewhere.
Now it looks okay.
Okay. Okay. So Sonia, you would like to conclude some what you're saying, Sonia?
But yeah,
Because your voice is very low. I think
oh, Sorry, my conclusion is just that to handle this monkey mind of ours, to be able to get a technique in order to handle it on a daily basis, to make it your friend, and you've got yourself set. Forget depression. There's no such thing.
Yes, I agree. So therefore, if we are able to be in that state, that we are good. We are good to go. Thank you, Sonia. Ashok Nichani. Ashok Nichani.
Ram Saji,
Shivoham.
Saji, when the mind is full of negative thoughts, a person goes into depression. There are many causes of depression, many different causes will be there. So, when you have realized that I am not the mind, body, and ego, you should be using your awareness, intellect, and knowledge which the divine has given you. You should go into consciousness and think that nothing matters. This is all an cosmic drama. So, whatever there is, fight it, face it, and finish it.
So Ashok, there are two things. When you said when this mind tries to attack you with thoughts are toxic thoughts, correct?
Correct.
So what happens? So what happens is if you are in on a spiritual path, like Sonia was saying, if you're in a spiritual path, it's not so easy for the mind to cause the depression because you are in a state of consciousness. Your intellect is active. Every time a sad thought comes, a depressing thought comes, you're able to shoot it down. For
Correct.
example, a person who's wearing a bulletproof jacket. If you suppose you shoot a person with a bulletproof jacket, will the person die?
No surgery. He'll be saved.
So if a person who has got a depression-proof jacket, if a person has got a jacket which does not get attacked by toxic thoughts of the mind, such a person is strong. Such a person does not need medication, does not need to go to a psychiatrist. Because
Right.
a person who needs to go to a psychiatrist, who gets shot, जिसको गोली मार सकते हैं, जिसका mind, the mind keeps on shooting, the person will become completely devastated. He needs to go to a doctor.
Correct. So,
Good. Anything else, Ashok?
using the knowledge, intellect, and awareness, we can protect ourselves.
Absolutely, 100%.
So,
You will
face it.
not go. A person like you cannot go to depression.
So, whatever the problem is, we have to face it, fight it, and finish it.
If you are in consciousness, if you are in consciousness, yeah.
Correct.
See, so sometimes when they say when you fall down, you must fall with your face up. Because when you fall with your face up, you can look up, you can get up. But if you fall with your face on the ground and your face is smashed, then it's difficult to get up, right? So depression will attack. Depression will come and try to attack us. But we should be very strong. We should be very strong in our pep. We should have positive energy power, be in consciousness. Sometimes it's our faith, our enthusiasm. So many solutions are there. There's not one solution. Depression, suppose somebody has got a lot of faith in God. A person who has a lot of faith in God cannot be depressed so easily. A person who does not believe can be depressed much easier. You agree, Ashok?
Yes, agreed. Correct, sir.
Okay, Ashok, anything else?
Correct.
Otherwise, Rumataji.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yes, Rumataji.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham. Guruji,
Boliye.
I feel when the person is depressed, if the person becomes strong-willed, then he can come out of the depression by the grace of Guru, by remembering the teachings of Guru, and by first becoming peaceful. Chanti mein aana hai pehle. And then you will come in consciousness, and then you can get along with that depression will slowly turn into sadness will go and little bit happiness will come. Sometimes Guruji, I have felt sometimes we are feel so listless, no energy is left, and we lie down and don't want to get up. But if we are strong willed, we say, no, we are okay, I have to get up. Then if you get up, you become energetic. Similarly, one has to be strong willed, I feel.
Yes, Guru Mataji, what you say is very clear. I'm owning another device where you can hear me better. So, Administrator, hope you can hear me better.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, my dear friends, so you are right, Rumataji. This is the way, but we have to learn. These are ways which help us to go forward and keep on moving into this journey. Yes, next administrator. We have got after Rumataji, Sachin. Are you okay? The audio video better, I hope. Continue.
Shalom, Guruji.
Shivoham.
Guruji, I just want to, I have a thought about this. What depression is a topic. It looks like an illusion, you know, it's depression is illusion. And if one is in, you know, like Sachin Anand, or when you say, you know, Niti, once the person realizes Niti Niti Tattvamasi, then the state cannot come because of high expectation and high desires. One falls into, you know, depression. Once the desire doesn't come true or expectation don't come true, person becomes, you know, sad. So that state only comes when somebody who's not spiritually grown, actually, or rather somebody who's not following a path of a, you know, bhakti, or maybe, you know, spirituality. Like once you start to come here on a call like this, I know what state I have come from. I'm not never depressed, but you know, I used to have a lot of thoughts about many things. So those thoughts have already actually gone off while attending the Zoom call, and I think I today feel very blessed that I'm in a complete safe hands. You know, and we have a guru like you who's holding our hand. You know, so I think solution is to be here on this path. This path is the strongest path to, you know, make yourself surrounded and, you know, covered in such way that you cannot fall into depression.
You will not fall into depression, no doubt. But remember this, there may be an attack of a toxic thought. One thought may come. One
Hmm.
thought may come and it may drill you and it may kill you. It may try to come to attack you, right?
Hmm.
But if you are in consciousness, if you are coming on this call every day, very little chance where I can tell you nobody on this call can get into depression. I can
So
tell safely.
I'm very
If
sure
somebody is
about this
attending
because
this
my
call
hand is,
every day,
I'm holding the hand. You know, I know that I'm holding a hand of a guru which cannot let me go there. You know, so we are sure. We are sure on that.
yeah. But what if somebody is coming on this call one day and after 3 months they come back in the call and say, now I am so depressed. I obviously, because you have not been
Because they are
taking the
not being
nourishment of a
yeah,
daily
because they are not
on the
able
daily
to
call.
realize they are not able to realize the, you know, the advantage of this call.
It's like if you charge your mobile every day, your
Mhm.
mobile will be having charge. If you don't
Right.
charge your mobile for 1 week and you come and say my mobile is dead, what do you expect?
So exactly that, you know, where you need food every day, right? To eat and, you know, to next day breathe. So it's like the same thing. Hello?
Any newcomers on the call wanting to ask a question,
Hello?
please raise
Hello?
your hand. If there are any newcomers on the call who would like to ask a question, you must raise your hand on Zoom so I can you can then ask the question. Yes, Sachin, next.
There are two people who are asking questions. Can I read for you?
Yes, please.
So there's Chanchal Shah. Uh, they're asking, is meditation helpful in depression?
When you have a true meditation, when I'm talking what is true meditation is not just sitting down with your eyes closed, with a spine erect on a nice mat, and your mind is wandering here and there. So Chanchal Shah, true meditation is when you are able to still your mind. True meditation is when you are able to switch off the toxic thoughts of the mind, reduce MTR, mental thought rate, 100%. This will help in depression. Because depression is aggression of thought. Depression is like a AK-47. Depression is MK-50, the mind killer 50, going on shooting thoughts, toxic thoughts, fear, worry, stress, anxiety, regret, shame, guilt. Shoot, 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 shoot. Then what can you do? You're dead. If there are toxic thoughts in your head, you will have depression, you will be dead. So you have to be able to use the right form of meditation. Then you don't need medication. If you don't use meditation, you need to go to a psychiatrist, and they'll give you tranquilizers, and they'll give you all kinds of energy tablets to kind of either make you get your mind knocked out, or sometimes you're sleepy, sometimes you are just zoned out. So that's not a permanent solution. So next question, if Chanchal wants to ask something further, she can ask, or he can ask.
एक क्वेश्चन हिंदी में है, पुष्पेंद्र शर्मा जानना चाहते हैं कि सर मैं 20 साल से डिप्रेशन में हूँ, दिमाग शांत नहीं रहता, और सिंपी मनचंदा कह रहे हैं कि मुझे फ्यूचर में कुछ गलत होने से डर लगता है, इसलिए डिप्रेशन होता है. कैन यू प्लीज आस्क दीज टू इन हिंदी लिटिल बिट?
आपको डर लगता है क्योंकि आपको पता नहीं कि डर क्या है. डर सच नहीं है, डर तो झूठ है. डर है, जो आपको डर इसलिए लगता है क्योंकि इट इज फियर. आई डोंट हिंदी हाउ यू वुड से. इन इंग्लिश वी से फियर इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम डेंजर. एक खतरा जो है, खतरा अगर एक आपके सामने एक टाइगर है तो वो खतरा है, लेकिन अगर आपके सामने की कॉकरोच है और आप डर रहे हैं तो वो फियर है, वो डर, वो खतरा नहीं है. खतरा हम ये जो डर आता है, डर कौन कौन करवाता है? डर करवाता है माइंड. अगर आप इस कॉल पे डेली आएंगे पुष्पेंद्र जी, अगर आप इस कॉल में 1 महीना आएंगे, आपका डिप्रेशन दूर हो जाएगा. बट आपको डेली आना है कॉल पे 8 बजे. अगर आप डेली 8 बजे कॉल पे आएंगे, इट इज देयर इज नो चार्ज. यू प्रेस द बटन, ज्वाइन द कॉल, आपको पक्का आपको क्लियर हो जाएगा. व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ही सेड? 20 साल से डिप्रेशन.
पुष्पेंद्र जी ने पूछा कि 20 साल से डिप्रेशन, और एक और सिंपी मनचंदा ने पूछा मुझे फ्यूचर में कुछ गलत होने का डर लगता है. बोथ क्वेश्चंस आर आंसर्ड है.
Okay, good picks. So any of the newcomers who want to type out question, you can type for the administrator. आप type कर सकते हैं. But those who are familiar to the call, you can raise your hand and you can talk to me. Picks and Aham Atma.
Shivam Guruji,
Sure.
in last 1 month, I'm admitted in 2 hospitals due to gastro problem. But the conclusion is that due to mind and thoughts, this problem is raised again and again. There is no problem in kidney, liver, or anything else. But they said आप मन के विचारों में उलझे हुए हो. But I don't think that because I'm observing my thoughts. That thoughts are coming, this is relevant to me, I have to kick out it or take as a observation. I identify some problems are there in my life. I have to resolve them, solve them, trying to solve them, trying to find out the solution for them. But I don't think that I'm in depression.
तो आपको, अगर आपको श्योर है, आपका कोई चिंता नहीं है, you don't have any negative thoughts, you are then your doctor is wrong. Go to another doctor. Because अगर कोई कभी कोई गैस का कारण होता है, कोई डॉक्टर को डायग्नोज करने को नहीं होता है कि क्या कारण है.
Yes.
So you must go to a good gastroenterologist, a good doctor जो आपको आइडेंटिफाई करेगा कि गैस क्यों. अगर माइंड का प्रॉब्लम है, डिप्रेशन है, तो गैस हो सकता है. लेकिन अगर आप कॉन्शियसनेस में हैं, आप क्लियर है कि मुझे कोई माइंड का प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो you need to go to a proper physical मतलब proper doctor for the body and find out आपका या शायद sometimes you get gas not by what is eating you in your head but what you eat. Sometimes it is what you are eating, not what is eating you. There are 2 reasons for this gas problem. एक लोग बोलते हैं you are getting gas not because of what you are eating. What is eating you? What is eating you means जो आपका सर को खा रहा है. You are sure आपका
drilling and again, that may be a reason.
No, if you have a thought which is drilling you, then it can be a reason. You have
how to come out from this problem if any thought is drilling again and again.
वही ना, पिक्स, ये तो वो थॉट क्या है, क्यों ड्रिल कर रहा है, क्या होगा अगर ये थॉट आ रहा है. why you are allowing the thought to drill you? Why can't you eliminate that thought? Why can't you use your intelligence and discriminate कि क्यों मैं ये एक ही थॉट में मैं क्यों अटका हूं. अगर वो थॉट एक ही थॉट में अगर आप अटके हैं, there's the possibility of creating acidity in the stomach. It is quite common.
Okay.
अगर कोई चिंता का एक थॉट है, उस थॉट को उखाड़ो.
Okay.
Because there is nothing to worry in this world.
Yeah, everything is Maya, Leela. The drama is going on.
देखिए, If you have a if you don't have a problem, if you don't have a problem, you don't have to worry.
Yes.
And if you have
Right.
a problem, if you have a problem and you can do something about it, you don't have to worry. And if you have a problem and you cannot do anything about it also, you don't have to worry.
Right.
तो वरी करने का मतलब क्या है?
Okay.
WORRY मतलब I'm wasting my life, I'm overthinking, I'm repeating the fear, I'm rehearsing the problem, and I'm yearning. मतलब मुझे मैं ये चाहिए ये this can cause all problems.
Great, sir.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
भरत जी पूछ रहे हैं, सर मेरा डिप्रेशन खत्म हो गया था पर फिर से रिवर्स डिप्रेशन हो गया।
आपके घर में चोर आया था और आपने चोर को पुलिस स्टेशन में डाला, लेकिन फिर आपने डोर खोला तो दूसरा चोर आ गया आपके घर के अंदर। अगर आप दरवाजा खुला छोड़ेंगे तो चोर तो आएगा अंदर। तो you have to be able to shut the door of your toxic mind. The toxic mind should not be allowed to come and create toxic thoughts. And this is how every day on this call, we spend 1 hour to make sure that we are in consciousness. अगर हम कॉन्शियसनेस में रहेंगे, अगर हम चित्त में रहेंगे, अगर मन के बेकार ख्यालों में हम नहीं डूबेंगे, तो we are good, then there is no problem. Yes, administrator.
तो वो कह रहे हैं आगे कि 4 बजे सुबह मेडिटेशन कर रहे हैं मगर अब वो कंट्रोल अभी भी नहीं होता है डिप्रेशन कंट्रोल में।
देखिए, 4 बजे मेडिटेशन करो या 5 बजे करो या 6 बजे करो, प्रॉब्लम तो 4 बजे नहीं आता है ना। प्रॉब्लम तो कब आता है? जब हम ख्यालों में डूबते हैं, जब हम इंद्रियों में फंसते हैं, जब हम इस दुनिया की माया में, दुनिया की लीला में अटक जाते हैं। हमें डर है, चिंता है, बेचैनी है, तनाव है। क्यों है? मन के ख्यालों के कारण। जब आप सोते हैं आपको डिप्रेशन नहीं है, बिकॉज आप सो रहे हैं, नींद है आपकी। डॉक्टर तब दवाई देती है, डॉक्टर कमाल हो गया, आदमी सो गया, डिप्रेशन गुम हो गया। कहाँ है डिप्रेशन? मन नहीं है। अगर वही हम नींद में, अगर हम बेचैनी का एक ख्वाब देखेंगे, फिर भी डिप्रेशन आ जाएगा, नींद में भी आ सकता है। तो यू हैव टू हैव पॉजिटिव एफर्मेशन, यू हैव टू स्पेंड टाइम इन कॉन्शियसनेस। आपको ऐसे कॉल में डेली 1 महीना आना है, तभी आपको इफेक्ट पॉजिटिव पड़ेगा। यस।
Air Vikrant Kulkarni is asking, hello sir, an uncontrolled mind is our biggest enemy. The mind always wants us to live in the past and future. There is no thought in the present. So if we want to overcome the depression, do we need to live in the present?
You have, my dear, you cannot live anywhere other than the present. अगर मैं आपको 10 करोड़ भी दूं तो कल में जाके जियो, आप नहीं जी सकते हैं। अगर मैं आपको पैसा दूं, आप गुजरे हुए कल में जाओ या आने हुए कल में जाओ। Nobody can go to yesterday, nobody can go to tomorrow. Who can go? Only the mind can go. So we should not let the mind make us blind. We should leave the mind behind. And how to leave the mind behind? You have to still it. If you still it, you kill it. Then you reach that state of consciousness. You lock the mind, you block the mind. The intellect is activated. That's what we teach on this call every day together. Not only we teach, we discuss, and we reach a state of consciousness. Yes.
Pranit is asking how to overcome career tension.
Career tension, A, B, C, D. To overcome career tension, A, accept. जो हो रहा है वो कभी कर्म के कारण हो रहा है। B, do your best. C, be in consciousness and surrender. And D, remember you are a divine instrument. अगर आप जानते हैं कि मैं कौन हूं, आपकी चिंता दूर हो जाएगी। तनाव, बेचैनी, डर, ये सब क्यों आता है? क्योंकि हम नहीं जानते, ये तन मन नहीं, हम आत्मा है। हमें एहसास हो जाएगा हम कौन है तो डिप्रेशन दूर हो जाएगी। ओके, अहम आत्मा रुतनु।
Good evening, Guruji. You already
Yes, sir.
gave the answer for my question that I follow that ABCD, accept,
Good.
surrender, always doing our best, being in consciousness, be like a divine instrument. Okay. My question is, I thought of asking you some other question. I'm asking this question actually. Mind is the number one rascal actually. The survival of the mind, the food for the survival of the mind is the likes and dislikes. how to be away from it actually, if how to be without likes and dislikes.
You
That's like a
cannot.
food to the mind.
That is not actually the food to the mind. That is what is around the mind. That is what is in the samsara. That
Okay.
is not the food. The food to the mind is either pep or nep. The mind is a factory. The mind is a factory. Please understand. And just like in a factory, you need raw material. Suppose today you have a bottle factory. If you put plastic in the bottle factory, what bottle will come? If you
Bad
feed
quality,
plastic,
bad quality. Output will be bad.
no. If you feed glass in the factory, what bottle will come?
Bottle, when the glass bottle alone will come.
If you put plastic, what bottle will come?
If you put input jaisa hai, output jaisa hoga.
That is what. So in your mind, if you are choosing bad emotions, it's called negative energy, poison emotions, then you will have, if your emotions are fear, worry, stress, anxiety, anger, hate, revenge, jealousy, what type of thoughts will come? You are putting input of negative emotions. But if you put input of positive emotions, it's called pep. Positive energy has power. Faith, hope, trust, enthusiasm, courage, confidence, forgiveness, love, compassion, optimism. How can you have bad thoughts? Because the factory, your mind, your thought factory will produce positive thoughts.
No, you are talking about good thoughts and bad thoughts. That is okay. The likes and dislikes. Assume that a person sits for a meditation. How to be in a detached awareness? That only I'm asking actually. How to be away from likes and dislikes. Some thoughts is coming. I want to be an observer, but I'm carried by the thought.
Who is having the likes and dislikes?
Who is the mind? Mind.
But where is the mind?
No, there is no mind. But I'm facing the problem in meditation.
If you allow the mind to come inside, then likes and dislikes will come now.
Okay.
If you still the mind, you kill the mind. Tell me, can there be likes and dislikes?
No.
So the answer is that.
Okay.
The answer is to be still. Ruta no.
Okay. Thanks.
Ruta no.
Shivam Guruji.
Yes, Shivam.
Guruji, over the years, I have got one solution to depression. That is bhad mein jao.
Baad mein jao.
Yeah, that is the best solution.
No, if you can say that, it's good. If you can say baad mein jao, many people are not able to say baad mein jao.
Yes, and Guruji, one more thing. Actually, when we feel there is no reason and we are sad, we are crying and there is no reason, then that means that we are in depression.
That means you are not understanding, but you have opened your mind to rotten thoughts. You cannot cry without reason unless you're mad.
No, Guruji, it happens actually.
No, that means you are not realizing that you're crying because some subconscious thought, some thought has entered from the back door. It's not entered from the front door, it has entered from the back door and it is troubling. That's why you are crying.
Maybe, yes, good.
Okay, good. Siba and Karupushpa, Yogini, Rumataji, Rajanand.
Pranam Guruji.
Bolo.
Guruji, for this you need a right mentor, Guruji. First of all, a right practice under the guidance of that mentor. So with your Purusharth and trust on him, you can overcome the depression, Guruji. And then secondly, Guruji, whatever is holding you, forgive people for that. Surrender, and then be thankful to whatever you have at least. And then love everybody, Guruji. Actually बोलने में बहुत easy है, but when you practice under the guidance of the mentor, it is easy, Guruji. और विश्वास रखो कि जो भी होगा वो अच्छा ही होगा, क्योंकि हम अच्छे के लिए ही बने हैं, गुरुजी. तो nothing can harm us, only our thought can harm us, गुरुजी. तो और जो भी अपने को अच्छा लगता है, the things what you feel, कि I feel like dancing, I feel like singing, do that, Guruji. So you can overcome it by that, Guruji.
Good. All good points. Today you are in consciousness. Good point. Taru Pushpa. Yes, Pushpa. Administrate any more questions from newcomers? You can read out again after this. Yes.
Guruji, it's very easy to say. If you, for instance, you think your husband is having an affair, is there anybody you can talk to? That's when your depression will come. When you are living in fear and you are unable to verbalize.
Correct.
How do you handle that?
So you have to learn
That is not in my life, but it was.
No,
It
you have to.
wasn't even truth. It was normally this kind of thing are not truth, but you think it is. Then you go on and on and on.
So, Pushpa, it's like this. Suppose somebody has got cancer. It is the fact that they have cancer, right? If they don't know to
Right.
deal with that, then they will get into
Right.
depression. Then every
Right.
cancer patient should get into depression. Or for that matter, every woman whose husband is having an affair should get into depression.
Mm.
It's not like that. There is one lady who is attached to her husband. And when she's attached to her husband, when he's having an affair, she's crying, she's sobbing, she's crying, she's worried he'll be leaving her. Yeah, because she's clinging to him. She has no self-esteem. She has no confidence on herself. You get my point? What I'm saying?
I agree because, like, for instance, like what earlier Ruth Anu spoke, like for myself, it's in my body. This depression thing or this sadness, it is in my body. I can come back after work. I can just sit and soak until it comes to a stage, and then I realize, you are in this mind stage. So before attending this kind of spiritual, we are all soaked in it.
So after coming on this call, your life has changed quite a bit, right? You're becoming stronger and stronger.
So much more. Even like then, you see, my first few attempts from this call was to attend to my mind. Okay. And then I thought I overcome it. But even now, I can't wake up. Then I have to, you are in it. You don't know that you are in it. You're
You
soaked
will
in
be.
it.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
right.
So,
I'm not denying it. I'm not trying to deny it, or I'm not trying to undermine it. Oh, depression can be very powerful.
yeah.
I'm not trying to, there's nothing called depression. Am I saying like that?
No. I'm just
I'm
coming
saying,
in a sense
yeah,
to share, especially people who have young
yeah.
kids who have love, they are in love and love failure, and those children who can't pass. Because I'm a person from day one, I've not passed exam because I have ADHD and all that. Okay, so life has been very tough. When I was young, my father used to drink and come back, and that caused fear. So there's so much of build-up of fear in a person. You see, so I think I was soaked until recently. I have a child who's 36 and just like a baby, and we have marriage problem. I have education problem. I have loads, but it's only now that you are able to know what is spirit. I mean, who knows the word of mind last time? If we didn't come to spiritual call,
So,
you don't know there's such thing as mind. You think it's
yeah.
you. Your thoughts create the fear. It's like I don't know. Sadhguru used to say that you dream and then you think the man is going to come to rape you, and then you get very frightened. Then later you realize, oh, it's just a dream. It's not reality that the man is coming to rape you. It's a
Yeah.
dream. So when we are depressed or whatever, we don't know they are in it.
Because like you said, you're soaked into it. So
Yeah.
because you're soaked into it, but then you can always come out of it. And when you come out
Only
of it,
because we have the knowledge now. When you don't even know ABC, how to form words.
I'm happy you're out of it. That makes me. It makes me feel.
I mean, I'm able to use the tools.
Yeah, but you're much better, right? You feel
Much
at least
better.
you're talking.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
I think
Proud
you
of you.
always wish I had come online to talk. So
Yeah,
I have
it's always
something to talk.
good
Thank you
you're
very
online
much
and
from the
all.
bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for whatever you're doing.
Thank you, Pushpa. Thank you, Yogini, Rumataji, Rajan. We have 3 questions, and any other questions from administrator? Yes,
Shivam, sir. Sir,
yes,
this
Yogini.
depression could also be due to the suppression from the childhood, and now, like a spring, it has come up, and then you don't know what to do, so you go into depression.
Not the way you are telling. Just because there is suppression in the childhood, why would there be depression now? If there's suppression in the child, then you would always be depressed, nah? Or you would become very aggressive. With a child, if a small child, you keep on suppressing. A child can become very aggressive. A child can fight. Correct.
Yeah.
Depression is all to do with toxic thoughts, drowning in toxic thoughts. The moment you start drowning, what is the word, Yogini? The word depression itself, you depress a button. Means you press. What is depress? Means you are pressed. What is pressing you? What is pressing you? It is your toxic thoughts, it's your mind. If you eliminate the mind, if there is no mind, how can you be depressed? You know, it's just like, I'll give you one small story for those who are new in the call as well. There was one man, he took his camel, he used to take his camel every day for a walk, and then he would go to the place and he would tie the camel and have a cup of tea in the town, and then he would again take the camel and go back. One day he went there, he forgot the rope to tie the camel. So that he told that man, tea wala, how I cannot come. I can't tie the camel. I can't even come inside. The tea wala told him, you just show the camel you're tying with the rope. Correct? You show and you tie the rope. The camel will think you've tied the rope.
Okay.
So it's like this. If we keep on thinking something, then we are stuck with that. So we should not be tied with toxic thoughts. We should not be. Depression means we are sinking. The word depression is equal to the word sinking.
Correct.
Because we are overthinking. Because you're overthinking. You are blinking. All these are linked. You are blinking. You are overthinking. You are sinking. All are depression. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have to close. Rumataji Rajanand. Any other written questions? Please let me know.
Guruji, in Punjabi, there are two words, phai lao. Like mitti pao. Matlab, let it go. Jo thoughts हैं, let them go. That is the only solution for removing depression.
या रुमाता जी वो तो बोलने के लिए ठीक है, लेकिन जो लोग डिप्रेस है ना, अभी कई लोग आज के कॉल में हैं, वो लेट इट गो का समझता ही नहीं. वो लोग लेट इट, हाउ कैन लेट इट गो? मैं तो अटका हूं, मैं तो आई एम कॉट. So you have to snap out of it. How do you snap out of it? So उसके लिए we need a call like this. You need meditation. You need a mentor.
Guru support is the best support.
नहीं, गुरु का सपोर्ट होगा, कोई डिप्रेशन में जाएगा ही नहीं. जाएगा क्यों?
पर जो चले गए हैं उनको भी गुरु का सपोर्ट ही है. They can come out of it with your help.
So that's why I give a lot of importance to the call. I've been telling you even yesterday. They're dedicating 1 hour every day on a positive call, a spiritual call, will keep us healthy. Body, mind, and soul. It will be healthy.
Yes, Guruji.
Rajanand?
AiR, a question from
Yes,
Pranit.
yes. Bolo.
Pranit is asking, what is the cause of depression? Please tell.
Depression. The cause of depression is toxic thoughts of the mind. जहरीले ख्याल जो मन से आते हैं और जो मन है ही नहीं. So basically, when you let toxic thoughts create a poison in your head, then there is depression. So there can be no other cause of depression. Some people say, oh, depression is because of my genes. Depression is, no, depression cannot even be because of your karma. Because even if you have bad karma and you have got toxic thoughts, you have a free will to change those thoughts, to change your actions. So if you ask what is the cause of depression, the answer is one word, mind. M-I-N-D. Because the mind is misery, ignorance, negativity, and desire. If you eliminate the mind, depression you will not find. Yes, Administrator. Rajanand?
Sure,
I hope it's
sir.
the last question. Unless there's some written question, we will take and then close. Please let me know any other questions. Yes, Rajanand.
Sure, sir.
Sure,
sir. Sir, I would submit something on how to avoid any chance of depression. Maybe cure also. These lines maybe also be workable for curing it. Sir, first point is that anyone who has not to go undergo for depression, he should come to this call, daily call. Q. Why? Because this call will come to, by this call we come to know that what is basically the cause of depression. It is basically mental health. And what is the mental health problem is that it is the excessive mental thought rate. And here we learn how to lower the mental thought rate, how to still the mind we learn here. And सबसे बड़ी बात है we learn here how to differentiate between mind and consciousness. दुनिया बोलती रहती है, जैसे मुझे भी पता था कि माइंड सब कुछ माइंड ही बोलते हैं. तो they are doing mind, and here we learn one important word, that is consciousness. And we learn here how to be in consciousness and how to be in present. And we learn here how to, if somebody goes just out of किसी कंडीशन से वो कॉन्शियसनेस से बाहर जाता है, माइंड में जाता है, we learn how to bring back the consciousness here by latching the thoughts, by watching the thoughts. We learn a lot of things about the mental health here. And also we learn how to go from NAP to PEP here, because we have understood here that basically NAP, we know that it is never negative emotion poison, and PEP is positive emotion power, if I remember correctly. Then it gives us a lot of positivity, and mind को आने की जगह ही नहीं मिलती है. तो यहाँ हमें ये भी समझ, सर, या हमें ये भी समझ आता है that how to raise our intellect by being in constant consciousness, and how to lock our all senses, and how to control the senses under the constant this advisory of the intellect consciousness.
तो बताइए, आपने जो भी आपने सीखा, ये सब आप बोल रहे हैं, अगर ये करेंगे तो डिप्रेशन हो सकता है?
मैं बोल रहा हूँ हो भी नहीं सकता है, और शायद अगर होगा भी क्योर हो सकता है. वो
होगा ही नहीं,
होगा नहीं ना. किसी को है, अगर किसी को है तो अगर ये फॉलो करेगा, अगर वो फॉलो करेगा जो हम बोल रहे हैं यहाँ पर इस कॉल पे, इस बार को तो माइंड की ही बात हो रही है, और क्या हो रहा है. वी आर ऑलवेज टॉकिंग माइंड एंड कॉन्शियसनेस. अब हम सुपर कॉन्शियस में जब जाते हैं तो हम फिर वो हो जाते हैं एनलाइटन. फिलहाल वहां तो ठीक हो जाएंगे ना सर.
Obviously. Thank you, Rajanand. Administrator, any more question?
There are
We
two
have to close.
questions. Two questions.
No question?
Two.
Yes, please read.
One from Simpy. What is the best method to come out of depression? What should we do?
The best method of coming out of depression is to unwind those toxic thoughts through any exercise. It can be, if meditation is helping you. For example, if how meditation is helping you, sometimes depression and meditation can create short circuit. Some people who are in depression, when they try to do meditation, they become further depressed. Therefore, it is for you to take the help, what is called guided meditation. Take the help of a meditation with a mentor. Take a help of how you can slow down the mind. So the way to solve depression is we have to reduce the number of toxic thoughts in our head, and we have to fill positive energy into our system. If you are able to fill positive energy into your system and eliminate negative energy, then your depression can be gone, because there is no reason to be depressed. Depression, according to me, it's not really a disease. It is something, it is a lifestyle. To me, we have chosen a lifestyle of being depressed because we have not learned to deal with thoughts, toxic thoughts. So answer, come on this call every day for 1 month and you will be cured. I can guarantee anybody on this call for 1 month, they will be out of depression. 1 month without missing a single day. No chance of you being in depression. You will be out of it. Second question.
Pranit is asking, every morning I put an alarm, but I snooze it. Is that mind? Please tell me. What is the mind they want to know?
That is you, the body, the mind, the ego, the individual. You may be snoozing it because you're physically tired. You may be snoozing it because your mind wants to sleep. You may be snoozing it because some people, they just love to sleep and they will snooze 100 times. That does not mean mind. Snoozing is a habit. And if you have a habit, I also snooze. I snooze my alarm, but I know when to stop snoozing. And I'm able to stop the snoozing when I really have to wake up. So don't worry about that. It's not really something to worry about. Okay, can we close? It's 9 o'clock. Administrator, can we close it?
Yes.
I'll close with 2 minutes meditation. So my dear friends, I'll use this system so that we don't lose it. Depression. Why depression? How does one get into depression? Okay, is there a way out of depression? Depression is a state of being. You have become depressed. What has made you reach this state of being? For example, happiness. Happiness is a state of being. And so when you are depressed, what actually happens is that you have opened the door and toxic thoughts have entered. And now what are you? You are in a state of being depressed, and you will continue to be depressed. If you want to eliminate the stink from your house, you have to eliminate the junk. And so, if you live like a monk, if you're able to eliminate the toxic thoughts from your head, then there is depression. Depression is an effect. What is the cause? The cause is the mind. Misery, ignorance, negativity, desire. Therefore, if you want to eliminate the effect of depression, eliminate the cause of the toxic thoughts of the mind. Then you will be out of depression. And a simple answer, if you come on this call every day without fail, depression will be gone. What do we learn in this call every day? We learn to be in a state of consciousness. When you are in consciousness, there is no mind. When you are in consciousness, the mind is gone and the intellect is activated. When the intellect is activated, where is the chance? Where is the question of depression? Let us meet every evening at 8 on this Zoom call and let us leave depression behind. Let us live a life of inspiration and let us make life a celebration. With folded hands, I bow down to you.
Hmm. Uh-huh.